Okay, today we're going to take a little break from Banicula, and Declan and Ander, Grandma's going to read a book especially for you guys, and it's called There's No Such Thing as a Dragon. I don't know if you see those letters right side up or not, but anyway, they're backwards for Grandma. But I will show you the pictures as we read. There's no such thing as a dragon. Billy Bixby was rather surprised when he woke up one morning and he found a dragon in his room. It was a small dragon, though, about the size of a kitten. The dragon wagged its tail happily when Billy patted its head. "Nice dragon." Billy went downstairs to tell his mom, "Guess what? There's a dragon in my room." Billy's mother said, "There's no such thing as a dragon." And she said it like she meant it. So Billy went back to his room and he began to dress. The dragon came close to Billy and he wagged his tail, but Billy did not pat it. If there's no such thing as something, it sure is silly to pat it on the head. There you see Billy getting dressed, but he won't pat the dragon. Billy washed his face and hands, and he went down to breakfast. The dragon went along, but it was bigger now, almost the size of a dog. They have steps just like you do. Billy sat down at the table. The dragon sat down on the table. This sort of thing was not usually permitted, but if there's no such thing as a dragon, you can't very well scold one. And here you see the dragon sitting on the table. Mom's bringing pancakes. Mother made some pancakes for Billy, but the dragon ate them all. Mother made some more, but the dragon ate those too. Mother kept making pancakes until she ran out of batter. Billy only got one of them, but he said, "That's all I wanted anyway." See Billy sitting under the table there? Doesn't look too happy with that dragon. Billy went upstairs to brush his teeth. Mother started clearing the table. The dragon, who was as big as Mother by this time, made himself comfortable on the hall rug and went to sleep. Must be from all those pancakes he ate. By the time Billy came back downstairs, the dragon had grown so much he filled the hall. Billy had to go around by way of the living room to get to where his mother was. "I didn't know dragons grew so fast." "There is no such thing as a dragon," Mother said firmly. Cleaning the downstairs took Mother all morning. What with the dragon in the way and having to climb in and out of windows to get from room to room. You can see how the dragons fill the whole house. By noon, the dragon had filled the whole house. Its head hung out the front door, its tail hung out the back door, and there wasn't a room in the house that didn't have some of the dragon in it. When the dragon awoke from his nap, he was hungry. A bakery truck went by. Oh, the smell of that fresh bread was more than the dragon could resist. The dragon jumped up and ran down the street after the bakery truck. The house went along, of course, like the shell on a snail. Does kind of look like a snail shell. The mailman was just coming up the path with some mail for the Bixbys. Their house rushed past him and headed down the street. He chased the Bixby's house for a few blocks, but he just couldn't catch it. "Wait, wait," he yelled. "Don't you want your mail?" When Mr. Bixby came home for lunch, the first thing he noticed The house was gone. The house is gone, he said. Luckily, one of the neighbors was able to tell him which way it went. Mr. Bigsby got in his car and he went looking for the house. He studied all the houses as he drove along. Finally, he saw one that looked kind of familiar. Billy and Mr. Bixby, or Mrs. Bixby, excuse me, were waving from an upstairs window. Over here, Dad! Over here! Mr. Bixby climbed over the dragon's head onto the porch roof and through the upstairs window. How did this happen? Mr. Bixby asked. It was the dragon, Dad. There's no such thing, Mother started to say. But there is a dragon, Billy insisted, a very big dragon. At this, the dragon looked up and smiled, and Billy patted it on the head. The dragon wagged its tail happily. Then, even faster than it had grown, the dragon started getting smaller. It got smaller and smaller, and soon it was kitten size again. Maybe Ginny size again. Mother held the dragon in her lap. I don't mind dragons this size, she said. Why did it have to grow so big? I'm not sure, said Billy. I think it just wanted to be noticed. And that's the end of our story. There's no such thing as a dragon. And this book belonged to Uncle Hoon. It was called A Little Golden Book and Cassette. A cassette is kind of an old-fashioned kind of tape, and it used to play the story along so that Uncle Hoon could sit there and put the tape on, and the tape would read him the story. It was kind of cool. Now, I have a question for you, Karis, Harper, Declan, and Ander. This is a riddle from Uncle Hoon. Basically, it asks, why can a koala bear never be a real bear? The answer? Because it doesn't have the qualifications. It's not Grandma's joke. That's Uncle Hoon's joke. Bye, guys. We'll read Chapter 5 of Bunnicula tomorrow. Love you.